That's what I'm about to see. I have yet to see this, right?
I have faith in GH. GH is a god. I mean, his literal nickname is GH God. You can't have a nickname like that without being a god.
I'm seeing him getting tipped, and his nickname is GH. There's no god in there.
Everyone knows his nickname. He's not going to call himself God. That would just be narcissistic.
Well, at one point, wasn't Yatoro called Yatoro God?
Yes.
For like, I got away from that real quick.
Yes.
There's been a couple of names into renames. We had Big Daddy go back to No Tail after a little while. Yeah.
Too bad you never renamed.
Yeah, into Big Daddy. That's what
you could pull off Big Daddy. I mean, you are quite tall.
I mean, that's my nickname in real life. That's what my friends call me. But you know,
well, I guess I'm not a friend then.
This is how you found out.
Saberlight.
Love the sticker.
That's good stuff.
They make sure to put this every game as well, Liquid. Or I'm assuming it was Liquid that put it.
Yeah, you never know.
It's a fitting sticker for Saberlight. He is a polarizing player. He has pop-off games and he has snooze games. This is like the duality of Saberlight. This sticker is like shrug.
Let's not overuse that term, please.
Which one?
That's for Kiyotaka.
Which one?
Huh?
Which term?
Duality of man.
Oh, did I say that?
Yes.
I don't think that's what I said at all.
You said duality of something, and I just blocked out the rest, so probably man.
Okay. Let's...
As the bounty runes are going to be upon us very shortly, Insania. Smoke pops here. Omar is spotted. Sumail still in the cover of the shadows.
GH.
And Saberlight and company, yeah, they're going to try a little snipe here on the opposing bounty rune. Ghost will be able to grab it, though. Gets disposed. Will instantly use refraction, though. Now Boxy in a bit of trouble. Getting blocked by GH. Blood grenade applied. As GH, he's going to get the blinding light onto 2, Saberlight into the low ground as a result, and Boxy. The innate's going to pop at 1 point. Question is, who's going to get first blood here? There it goes. Disposed back. GH is going to die second, but Boxy falls to Ghost as the first blood, so NGX getting off to a very good start here.
Yeah. The Wolves arrive after this 30-second fight. Randomly 2 Wolves coming from the bottom lane to help. I don't know what's going on there.
Better late than never.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, nice head start here for Ghost. Of course, getting first blood on your TA in what is potentially a dangerous lane, but Blinding Light really is a nice X factor to have in this one. Yeah, Saberlight cannot win this trade just yet. Marcy needs those levels. He's actually in
Is he actually going to die here? Ooh, actually pops the stick, stays alive. Ghost takes a bit of a punishment there from Boxy, despite having that low attack range.
In the mid lane, Sumail on Nisha. 2 of the greatest to ever do it at different times.
Yeah, very true.
But Sumail, honestly, he's still got that dog in him. His mid laning mechanics, I feel like, never left him. Like, he still is hanging up there with the absolute best, in my opinion, in lane. Part of the reason Sumail has yet to win championships for a while is that Nigma Galaxy's overall, like, later game portion, I think Sumail is sometimes not exactly doing the ideal things later in the game like he used to necessarily, but it's also so complex. It's more like a team dynamic thing, but in the lane, he always holds his own.
He's in a lot of trouble, trying to run away. Falls as Boxy will continue to survive. Gets the Hex now onto GH. And Saberlight and company going to be pretty happy with that exchange.
That's the level 2 power spike from Marcy lanes.
As Omar trying to run away, but slowed to a crawl. Another enchant comes out, trying to deny himself, but Insania claims it.
Yeah,
I mean, that's one of the benefits of Saberlight having, what is that thing called? The special delivery.
Yep.
He was very low on HP and then instantly got a salve. It's pretty nice to have.
Yes, sir. He's got boots coming as well. Looks like it, right? Yep. Okay. Opting for the boots rather than getting a faster helm. Interesting. I thought possibly he would go the helm route this time around.
Maybe he's not a helm enjoyer in general. We'll see.
No, he's going. He's got it in his quick bite.
Okay.
You're not playing Marcy without this as a core. I just refuse to believe it. It's just too good. Ghost again on the receiving end. Nice blinding light though, and rebound. No connection available for Marcy. Yeah, mid lane a wash. Not too surprising. Puck versus Void Spirit early on tends to go this way, at least close to. The bottom lane looking very good at the time for Liquid, obviously with the kill onto Tiny. He did manage to break the equilibrium, though, for his death. He managed to stack 5 creeps, and that in turn has given Noob something to work with. They do need to pull waves down here that lane.
Dispose onto the old man, the coddle that is not GH, although in this case they are both one and the same. Not much damage done in the end, though, as Saberlight now has to retreat.
Interesting. GH going for the Illuminate over the Chakra point. I thought he was going to get Chakra Magic here to keep the refractions running and give himself Blinding Light with higher frequency.
He might have leveled that just to... Well, maybe not, actually. To cancel that salve. Did not do so in the end. Saberlight. Blinding Lit. Rebound is very short.
Grenade, he's dead.
But Dispose, Blood Grenade helps him get back into action, and Saberlight takes out GH easily.
Yeah, good thing for Saberlight, he had the boots. Otherwise, that's actually not a kill. He was going the Helm first.
That's true.
Needed it there. TP support.
Yes, indeed. Boxy going to go to the north. They split. And Boxy now likely to fall. Foul play will activate, and Omar will get credit for this one.
Yeah.
Now we're seeing the Enchantress versus Lycan. Talked about this in the Chen game earlier.
Yeah.
One of the classic counters to any summons heroes.
Noob is still not doing all that bad, though. 16 for 6 in this lane, I think, is honestly completely fine. He is level 3, so he can start thinking about jungling, especially when you have Helm of Iron Will. You can tank way easier with your hero, and the wolves can stay alive and do damage. So he's in an okay spot, and I think this is the right call to make. Like, just go jungle at this point. Let Omar look for trouble in other areas of the map. Try to help top, as we just saw. Maybe you think about mid with Coil.
Yeah, 3 members of NGX here. As Ghost gets disposed. Blinding Light, though, into an Illuminate. And a nice Avalanche. As rebound is enough, actually. Saberlight finding huge amount of distance. Last right click, though, is there from GH. Nicely done from the Coddle. As Insania shows up now, but a little bit too late, unfortunately, for the Liquid side.
Yeah, and forcing Insania to rotate up here in turn will give Noob some nice space bottom in his tower to get some farm. So far, a very even affair, which is kind of what we were expecting. At least, me personally, from the draft, I didn't think either team was going to pull ahead massively early on. The wild card for me was to see this Coddle in action, and now I've seen it.
Yeah, Pinecone continue to chase Omar's. The 6-minute rune is about to spawn. Sumail has a slight advantage in the CS and the levels as well.
Sumail with an interesting ward here. It sees the rune and nothing else.
And unfortunately for him, he will not be able to grab it. So Nisha with a damage rune and now has the Astral Step at the ready.
It is a really interesting ward, though, the one at the mid tower, right? It's like, oh, hang on.
Got the Avalanche into the toss. Illuminate does clip him on the side, and the coil expended from Sumail to make sure that Insania drops.
It's a nice kill. Sure, it's only the 5, but Insania is playing in a very offensive position, so he's putting a lot of pressure on the map, getting him out of there. We'll make things calm down a little bit. Boxy on the other side.
He finds a little Omar action. Nice Avalanche timing, actually. Cancels the shackle, but the death still comes.
Yeah. Amp damage rune. Too easy for Nishi. Close enough.
And the Wisdom Shrines are...
This is the bigger story, though.
Saberlight.
Liquid getting both.
Yeah, Blinding Light. Oh, the timing, though. Not quite there. So Nisha and Saberlight both grab opposing shrines, and Saberlight takes out GH in turn.
This is the biggest play of the game so far, because now we're going to get a faster 6 on Shaman than the enemy supports. You're going to get a faster threat from Ench as well. Getting levels on this hero is... She doesn't necessarily have the most game-changing ulti, but having more levels in Enchant is really, really nice to keep the pressure up.
Was the Blinding Light not far enough, or was just the timing slightly off?
I think it wasn't far enough.
That was close. This Ghost now level 7, and going for the Dragon Lance first, it seems.
Pretty standard here.
As GH getting hounded by Saberlight, but not sure Saberlight wants to commit to try to find him.
Yeah, now that Saberlight cracks level 6, he unlocks Fleeting Fury. This is one of those facets in the game that does nothing until you hit ult.
True.
Now that he has it, Rebound gives a free 3 attacks, and it extends the duration of Unleash, which is crazy. So whenever you jump and you unlock those 3...
This is a big potential kill. Shackle into the damage.
They got him.
Aether Remnant solidifies it. Nisha takes out Sumail. Big kill for Liquid. You were saying?
I was saying whenever you rebound on Marcy and get the Fleeting Fury attacks, it extends the duration of your ulti. So her current ulti duration is 16 seconds. I think every rebound cast increases it by 3.
By 3?
Yeah, because you get 3 seconds ulti duration increased. It says on it, right?
Yeah. I didn't think it was 3 seconds.
It's pretty crazy, yeah. And the cooldown on rebound is 12 seconds on level 4, so you can technically do it twice while you have ult running.
Sania will drop to Noob.
Yeah, he doesn't have his ult yet. He's 1 creep away, 10 experience before he would have had Untouchable and probably lived there. For now, he is food for the wolf.
Yeah, definitely good against Lycan.
It's a pretty good, it's a very good representation of wolf versus doe. But of course, it's about to shift.
Yes, as we're used to seeing in real life, of course.
Yep. You go hunting a lot?
At Chipotle.
Yeah. All right. What's your best trophy?
Just a lot of steak.
All the steak antlers, yes, those are. You have steak hanging on the wall at home.
Those wild cows, they're hard to take out, you know.
Oh man. Coil?
Coil expended from Sumail. Omar in the area as well. Gets the toss up. And did not, I don't think it actually went off in time. Dissimulate's going to dodge the avalanche as well as Nisha Astral steps, and he's going to be rewarded with not only his life, but an arcane rune as well.
Very, very welcome for him. Could put it to use to perhaps think about opening another tower. This mid tower, Ench wants to make that rotation anyway. Now you know you have this power rune to play around with. You know, Coil is down. It is a pretty good timing, but you gotta act fast before next Coil comes up. Although Saberlight has other
trap from
other
Ghost.
plans.
Nate coming from GH. He might have to sacrifice his life for Ghost to live, but the rebound hits from Saberlight. Going to try to go for both heroes. Disposed as well. Attempted TP, blinding light. It's enough.
Wait, none of them died.
And GH, he's getting hounded by the wolf now.
Surely.
Yeah, it's going to be an eventuality, so Saberlight will get at least the one.
They made him work for it, though.
Absolutely.
That took a long time.
Ghost living is a pretty big deal for NGX. I know there's 3 members of Liquid chasing him.
Yeah. NGX still yet to barely deal damage to towers. This is a little bit worrisome, of course. You're running this Lycan. You want to think about knocking down some real estate and getting space on the map for your TA to farm, but the aggression coming out constantly here from Liquid has made it difficult to really make a move of their own down bottom. And to be fair, their support duo isn't exactly the best for it, right? Caudal level 5 and the Tiny. And of course, this is just what happens when you lose both Wisdoms, right? You're just out-leveled. Kind of have to play defense for a bit. Caudal good at that at the very least.
Nisha, Aether Remnant, but Sumail bottles the Invis rune as Noob coming in with the shapeshift. They use the coil as well onto Nisha, and a nice snap coming out as GH with the blinding light, but Nisha able to get the Astral Step under the high ground, attempted TP, but at the last moment, Sumail drops him to the deck.
Wow, if you would have made that out, that would have been insane.
And Ghost in the meantime getting disposed as Saberlight. This would be an enormous kill for him. Melt Strike from Ghost, but the Unleash comes out, refraction at the last moment. Rebound to try to get right through him. Reinforcements arriving in the form of Boxy. Gets the shackle, and the right clicks are coming. The silence coming out. Ghost finding the distance. It's going to be close. Possible refraction again. Going for the Melt Strike. Very greedy indeed. Another rebound. This time it's going to miss, though, as Sumail coming in to help out his comrade as NGX get 2 kills. Maybe even a third coming out. They'll all get away here as Omar living on just a sliver of HP.
Oh, they destroy the Serpent War. It's like half a hero.
At 300 gold.
Yeah.
My God.
That's That was really clutch from the side of NGX. It's probably going to cost them their mid tower. This is you can't win all the battles the way Liquid are playing right now. That one is the big one. Making sure to keep Ghost alive once more. Nice amount of bank made from Sumail. Now has this Witchblade and half of a blink. And a lot of the time against Marcy, it's about outlasting this early insane power spike that the hero has and at least slowing the game down. Because sometimes Marcy can just completely run away with it with the items that you have when you have this Dominator up and you have this good match against TA. That defense, GH coming to the rescue at the right time, as well as Sumail.
Do you think Sumail is going to itemize towards this eventual Ags on Nisha? Half the Witchblade's going to go for Blink next. Nisha's halfway, a little bit more than that, towards the Ags.
Yeah, I think you buy BKB this game on Puck.
Yeah, we did see that
after Blink, because there's added value. It's not just against the Resonant Pulse, you're also getting against Shaman and Sven. So I think, well, Sven less so. That one you should be able to phase shift at this level, but...
Sumail, Aether Remnant's going to find him into the Stormhammer, gets destroyed. That's a killing spree. Yeah, well worth it for Liquid. Sumail was aggressive. Off to such a good start.
Yeah. Yeah, the BKB we saw on Puck yesterday was Xtreme Gaming, right? I think it was XM who went third or second item BKB on the Puck against... I'm forgetting now, but it was against Void Spirit primarily in that game. I do remember that much. Yeah, just the thing is, knowing Sumail, I'm not sure he's going to do it. It's one of the things I've criticized him for this year is there were a couple of games he played where his itemization felt very overly offensive sometimes. Would love to see it in his quick buy after the dagger. If he does go an offensive route, he puts a lot of pressure on himself to play like a pristine game, because out of position once, you're just dead to this.
Yeah.
Void Spirit Silence, Shaman. I think it's too hard.
Wow, Insania is going to dodge a potential death here. And he's super fast in the river here.
Both Ench and Chen love buying those drums.
Only a 1K lead for Liquid.
There's some pretty strong pressure. This demands a TP response.
Absolutely.
Gonna take over a Wolf.
Still a considerable amount of damage to this Tier 2 bot. Of course, NGX losing their entire Tier 2 top prior to this. Yeah, I have to say, like, I'm interested to see how this Solar Bind ends up benefiting side of NGX. It feels like the recall has been kind of the standard for Coddles. I mean, just the ability to get several members of your team globally brought to you is kind of crazy.
So far, the Blinding Light has been very good, though.
Yeah.
It had massive impact in this top lane.
Saniac.
He can't reach. He's too fast.
Indeed.
485 when the drums are popped. He also has the Cobalt Cup.
Yeah, true.
And there's the biggest item pickup of the game. Nisha is going to grab himself that Ag Scepter. So lots of kill potential on the Puck. Coddle is also in danger now. Literally, actually, just will reveal it. Find out the hard way.
Indeed. 3K lead now for Liquid. Okay, so let's see if the itemization shifts at all. Well, I guess Blink Dagger... Man, Sumail is actually farming so well. Already has the Blink Dagger and 500 gold to boot. Has the Shield Rune still in the bottle. As Mickey and company, they want to go for Roche really early.
This is a good play. I think this is not very obvious to Nigma Galaxy that this is happening, and if they were to contest, you're fighting into God Strength Sven plus the Shaman Ward. You can see Mickey holding the ult the entire time. He wants to have it if the fight breaks out.
Yep.
Doesn't need it.
Rasta Ward not quite as good as it used to be against Roche. But still does the job. Nisha grabs the Aegis.
Give it to Nisha, interesting. Okay.
He'll be a little bit more active, and probably every Aegis after this, if Liquid secures it, will end up going to the Sven. Although it is a transformation hero, so
I guess
you could make the argument.
I suppose having it on Void Spirit is also extremely safe, because how on earth do you kill him twice, right? You kind of have to coil him for the first kill, and the second one's just borderline impossible. So he should be getting good value out of it. If it turns into a fight, he will be able to not die back to back. And if nothing else, if they're just using this to farm, I also think that's okay.
Just walk by each other. Yep, just passing through here.
It's not worth the effort, man. These creeps are so tanky. Can't be bothered.
Well, Noob now on the north side of the map. Maybe trying to get a little bit of map control before the Tormentor spawns in a couple minutes.
Omar is really far from Blink. Whoa, hang on. He bought Pavis first.
Pavis? Against the Marcy, against the Sven?
I mean, I get it. It is a really good item this game, but I feel like perhaps they need that secondary Blink aside from Puck.
Omar is spotted and brought down by Nisha.
Tried to cut the wave. Not going to happen.
Now Liquid trying to secure this side of the map. See if they can get both Roche and the Tormentor. Still NGX keeping this very close in terms of the net worth.
Yeah, I think
and that's the joys of having a Coddle that can just do this. That's a support that can just farm.
Yeah.
And then obviously Lycan doing the exact same thing. The map's so big, there's a lot of opportunity.
Yeah, I assume GH will go for the Ags after Glimmer. I do like the Glimmer pickup a lot, though, because it puts more pressure on Marcy. She does have dusts right now, but slot issues are going to come out, and you're also giving a lot of protection against Void Spirit's Burst, as almost all his damage is magical when he jumps in for the full volley. So I think it's solid. Can't really fault GH for going for both the defensive single target items here. Seeing the secondary Solar now come out, picked up by Insania. The only odd one out is this Pavis on Tiny. I don't really know what to make of it, because you get a lot of mana with it, which is nice, so you can cast your spells more, but you already have Soul Ring and Coddles. Like, was that necessary? The buff this item received to make the mana cost from 100 to 60 absolutely helps a big deal for heroes like Tiny to buy it, but yeah. We'll see.
Time will tell.
Yep. That's what Dota's like, Shannon. Sometimes you just gotta wait for the good stuff.
By the way, Noob has continued to hold on to the Sister's Shroud.
Yep.
On a core?
It's godlike against Sven.
Yeah, I guess so. As we're gonna see the Stormhammer from Sven, pops the God Strength as well, applying to Ghost, finally rips through it, but the Avalanche keeping them at bay. Nisha closes the gap, don't make it with a BKB, and the right click suffice. Ghost dies, and GH, well, like it's only a matter of time before they catch up to you, young man. So 2 kills for Saberlight.
Decisive attack there from Mick. He burns through the refraction in 10 seconds. Nice for Sven, of course. The matchup's just bad, but he set it up, and that's all that mattered there.
Noob into shapeshift. He's gonna get hexed. Turns from a wolf into a chicken, and now the full shackle. Box is getting really low. Mickey, yeah, Sister Shroud is doing some work there. And Noob should be able to walk away safely. Boxy getting hounded by wolves and golems, but his Serpent Ward and Mickey are there to oversee his safety. So in the end, after all of that, it was the kill onto Ghost, which is obviously still a big one for Liquid to take.
I'm really surprised this is only a 2K lead. I feel like with the amount of map that Liquid have had and the way they've played, I would have expected them to have like 4 or 5, so... Nigma Galaxy doing a good job at finding efficiency around the map, while I would argue playing from behind. Now this one's obviously going to cost. It's the Shard, will be picked up by Boxy. I assume Liquid would have rather had the Sprink.
Who wouldn't?
Not sure what that means.
That's right, Cinderin. You wouldn't.
Oh, you wouldn't. I thought you said who wouldn't.
I did.
Okay. Well, now it makes about as much sense as the first time.
Yeah, Sumail continuing to go with the aggressive build, by the way. He has not found himself silenced yet by the Void Spirit.
Oh, all right. If he can get away with Octarine and then get a defensive item, sure. It's
What if he never goes defensive, Cinder?
I'll say this: if you're not buying BKB here and you're going Octarine instead, it's telling me that Nigma Galaxy are not looking to fight, right? Like if you're buying this, you're buying it largely to just have more efficiency and just farming around the map, and then getting the defensive item next, and that's your timing. Because I think entering a fight now as Puck is extremely dangerous. You do have the the Pavis to count on plus Solar and Glimmer, so maybe if your supports are nearby, you can get away with it. But being able to cover yourself and use those defensive items on, say, Ghost, I think is just really valuable. But until the fight happens, BKB is useless if you're not fighting, right? Then you might as well spend your gold on something else. So as long as they avoid said fight.
Well, the bash comes out into the dispose. Centaur Stomp's gonna miss.
Yes, blink.
And he will blink to safety. Pretty close call. Getting away with it, though.
Did Saberlight not get a bash there?
No, he got a bash instantly.
He got the bash too early,
yes.
I guess. Oh,
yeah.
That's unfortunate. He also didn't pop on leash, but maybe he used the 3 fleeting Fury attacks, and then I think he wouldn't have got to hit again anyway.
How often do we see Ags on Marcy?
Somewhat frequently, I think. I mean, we haven't had that many games yet with Marcy. She's banned a lot.
Okay, finds a tiny. Nisha comes in with the Astral Step. Ghost is going to have to leave Omar behind. Saberlight on the cliff here. Pulling a little Arteezy action.
Pretty small loss there. Just getting the tiny, and he already has the dagger, so Omar has managed to farm that relatively quickly after buying the Pavis.
Okay, will spot Ghost, and he'll right-click a couple times, but with that God Strength running out anyway, won't be able to do too much. Has the Harpoon, Blink, a lot of mobility with BKB. Has a Serpent Ward placed for this Tier 2 tower. Does NGX come in force? Ghost gonna start to work on the Serpent Ward. Takes out the Centaur pretty instantly as the Golem continue to chase. They can tell that the Shapeshift has been popped by Noob. Gets off the Howl with the AC newly picked up.
Oh, they didn't trap Marcy. That might have forced a BKB, actually. There was a trap in the river.
Right. Meanwhile, they will find one in the form of the Rasta. Turns into several chickens now thanks to that shard, but they find the correct one. NGX, still, it's only sub 3K deficit.
I mean, this is anyone's game. Sure, you could give Liquid a little bit of an edge, but I don't think this is a... You know, going into the series, we said these two teams were probably going to be close, like 55-45, 60-40. This individual game feels the same. Absolutely within the realm of possibility here for Nigma Galaxy, and I don't want to count out late game Coddle either. I think this is a hero we've seen so little this tournament that people might forget just how much of a beast this guy is when you get multiple items later on.
Yeah, that's true.
And GH will get there.
Find the opening right now. Mickey with the War Cry and the God Strength. They need to find something with this big ult usage. Coil onto 2 heroes. Omar still finding the distance. Eventually Saberlight gets the rebound, trying to find some more. They get the tiny, and GH looks like he's going to be able to walk away.
Oh, they didn't trap again.
And Glimmer to the side. Mickey continuing to hunt. Will they guess correctly? Onto the high ground, Sumail waiting.
God Strength running out now.
And Mickey just getting kited to a high degree as Noob runs right into him. He's like, okay, I'm ready to fight actually. Sumail with the Waning Rift. Apply a lot of damage to this Enchantress, so Insania gets melted, and now Noob and company on the offensive. That's a damage rune, though, on Nisha. You have to be a bit careful if you're the NGX
this is a
side.
big one.
They get the big kill onto Mickey, though, as Sumail tears them apart. Ghost disposed, refraction up, does get melted through by Saberlight and company. A big illuminate from GH as Noob going to continue the pressure, though. BKB now gone, Saberlight destroyed as Nisha left to his own devices, getting melted as well. Gets off one more dissimulate, but drops shortly after to Noob's right click. Coil cancels the teleportation from Rasta, and that is going to be a full team wipe for NGX. Beautifully played, triple kill from Noob, and they can go for Roche.
Sumail's a genius for not buying BKB. That Octarine. He did so much work in that fight, though. He might have even been chakra'd in between, but he and Noob just carried the crap out of that. 7,000 hero damage on the Lycan. That's what Lycan can do when he's not accounted for. They put all of their focus onto the TA, understandably so. You're going to see the replay here. Obviously, this is after Ench is dead. Ghost, has, by the way, had a nice little detail there. He killed the Ench by attacking his side trap. Because obviously hitting Ench, you get really, really slowed, so just hit your trap and splash instead. But yeah, look at Noob. He's just...
Yeah, but this all started with GH juking them hardcore, wasting so much time, and by the time that they were ready to fight, the God Strength was already over. And at that point, Liquid just in way too deep. GH gonna get rebounded on though. They will get some
not getting out of this one
level of revenge here.
But
Aegis
that's an
was
Aegis
picked
on
up
puck.
by Sumail.
Yeah, interesting they put it on him instead of the TA. Oh, TA was dead. Never mind. They didn't have the choice.
Oh, that's your defensive item you're asking for.
Yeah, now he's not going to buy BKB, now he can buy Parasma, because he has... I honestly, I'm not really surprised, because like I said, this is how Sumail has been itemizing and playing a lot this year. He's been very much, I think, one of the most offensively itemizing mid laners, and for better or worse, in some games it looks amazing, and in some you're like, why not just buy X, right? So far, so good. He hasn't died since he picked up the Octarine core, so there's been no regrets about not having that BKB that we were talking about. And now you're starting to reach a point now in the puck where you're getting so many levels and a lot of health, so the Void Spirit damage is tapering off now. Void doesn't scale into you in the same fashion that other mid matchups that would be more dangerous would, so perhaps you can bypass BKB even as your next item now. Now that these last 5 minutes went well.
Despite the good start, Nisha has dropped off considerably. He's bottom net worth of the cores right now.
This happens so many Void Spirit games. I don't know. I'm not a big believer in this hero personally right now, because it's just, some games it looks great, but if you were to like, just look at the math for what a percentage of games this happens, I just think the risk is too high at this level. Like too many Void Spirit games this happens. Now, Nisha can bring this back. He's done this kind of thing many times before, but I haven't felt like Void Spirit was irreplaceable with another mid-hero in this game so far.
Yeah, it feels like that's been the case for quite a while. As smoke from both sides, NGX fully covered right now. Mickey into the triangle. He's spotted. Waning Rift to start. And Omar gets off the avalanche as Nisha getting in really deep right now. Saberlight popping the BKB to get the Hex onto Mr. Ghost. Do they have the damage to rip through him? He's going to pop the BKB for himself as well, getting disposed. Ghost gets to the other side, though. There's a haste rune waiting for him. He's going to be able to know. Sumail just steals it from him. Goes for Saberlight instead, but Ghost is going to live anyway. And now they have the nullifier applied to the Sven. Mickey drops to the deck. That's 3 dead for Liquid. Sumail knew that his friend would be okay. And Insania is going to be the 4th member of Liquid to tumble, as NGX taking decent control of this game now.
Yeah, they push pretty fast too. This mid tower is absolutely a pickup now. Had Lycan been alive, we could be looking at barracks. I think you probably settle for the tier 2 in this position. But still a nice win for them, and yeah, kind of crazy considering, you know, the Aegis is on the puck, so Liquid really want to try to commit everything onto this TA. Couldn't even kill him once. So much protection, really good force staff usage coming out from GH. They have the solar plus the Pavis. It's just so many layers of damage. Maybe this is their way of dealing with Marcy. They're just saying, you guys can have Marcy. We're picking blinds and we're picking solar crests and Pavises on our heroes, and we're just tanking through the damage.
Did they not have Fortify at that point?
They actually get racks.
This is a full set then.
Wow, I did not think they had enough time for this, but they do.
That's crazy.
Okay.
7K lead for NGX. What a fight. The last 2 fights, in fact, have basically put them way ahead in this game.
One more fight like that, it's over, right?
Indeed.
Like Lycan, if Lycan survives in particular, he has that AC as well as a Black Dragon now. So, a lot of armor for the push. Big damage. Yeah, they just have to concede this tower as well.
That's the last remaining tier 2 for Liquid.
Imagine
30 seconds on the Aegis. They probably don't force the issue.
Imagine after 3 rounds of Swiss that Liquid and Tundra are 1 and 2. It is looking increasingly probable. Like, if we think these 2 teams are pretty even going into today and one team wins game 1, they're favorites, right?
Coil from Sumail is going to force the BKB from Saberlight. Now they know he doesn't have it.
Yep.
Shapeshift already used, though, from Noob as they spot Boxy. Look at the D-Wards as Omar with the Avalanche. Boxy super low, nullifier applied. But teammates have arrived. Ghost looking for a couple more right clicks. They want to activate the foul play, but they won't get what they came for. Still, a lot of D-Wards with that. I guess there's a gem now on Liquid. See if they can regain control of their triangle. But yeah, so far so good for NGX.
Game's on a knife's edge here. For
I mean, coming into
Liquid.
this tournament,
Can't really make any mistakes.
Would you say NGX were kind of a question mark?
Yeah.
On what to expect?
Yeah. I think I remember when we did our predictions. I think maybe did one of us have them as our dark horse?
I think maybe.
I think you did.
Yeah,
I think you said you picked Nigma Galaxy as a dark horse for top 8, and I think I picked Na'Vi or something like that.
Yeah, we'll
both
go with
things
that.
could come true. The way this is looking so far, Nigma are looking good today. Na'Vi were good yesterday. The field is very tight this year. Very, very competitive tournament. Good to see.
Also good to see that there's some response to the Helm of the Dominator purchases.
Yep.
Just buy one yourself.
Sick.
Yeah. That was not a response from ChatGPT. That was a potential way to solve this issue.
Yeah. How do I counter Helm of the Dominator? Buy Helm of the Dominator.
That's right.
Huh? Thanks.
Nisha waiting for an opening, but looks like it's not going to come. As Nullifier is going to be next for him.
Yeah. Trying to get through all this protection, the Force Staff, the Glimmer, the barriers. It's a lot of garbage stopping him from assassinating heroes as he would like. But that's exactly the problem that Void Spirit runs into so often, is that he has a 5-minute span probably, or 10-minute span, where he's really dangerous and he can burst supports. But it feels like with the amount of gold supports get on the map nowadays, they actually itemize and survive the way Void Spirit used to dominate games. Like, I don't feel like I very often see a Void Spirit have one of those like pop-off games with 15 or 20 kills. Those still mainly belong to Storm and Ember. It's no longer a Void Spirit that gets to pull it off now. Big item alert here. Revenant's Brooch in the pocket of Saberlight. So big damage from him next.
Okay.
I mean, they have the damage, right? You've got Marcy with crit. You got Sven with crit. You've got the lockdown. You got some burst from Void Spirit. You need to find the right targets and kill them fast.
Okay, Avalanche. Trying to force this BKB. Ghost getting some nice right-click damage as well. McKay just heals off some creeps. Not going to get baited.
They do get the wisdom, though. What they came for. The one on the right-hand side is available if Nisha fancies his chances, but doesn't seem to even want to check it.
Sumail has Shivas now. There's your defensive item. Kind of.
Yeah, okay, so now that you have Octarine, the Shiva becomes a much more appealing choice compared to the BKB, I would argue, because you actually have enough health now. You got through the part that I thought BKB would be needed for, and you managed without it. So now here's your grand reward. That you can actually perhaps bypass it entirely. I guess you don't want to buy Aeon Disc as an alternative because of the Nullifier on Void Spirit. But again, if they want to kill Sumail's Puck, they have to combine 2 or 3 cores now. Puck gets
it's a big smoke.
very tanky
Ghost.
later in the game.
Was he spotted? Oh, they might not find an opening here, Liquid. Seems that NGX have an idea that this is occurring. Scan comes out.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And they're still committed to this.
Oh, they have a good high ground placement here, potentially. They have a trap set up as well. If this springs, Nisha will get out of there just in time before the Tiny could have maybe seen him.
Yeah, a lot to deal with. Traps, you got wolves, invisible wolves.
Yep.
You got that creep guy, whatever his name is.
The Ancient Croaker.
The Croaker, man. Why don't I just default to that for every one of these new creeps? Congregations of the Deep.
Third Roshan is up, and Nigma Galaxy obviously know the timing courtesy of TA.
Avatos. There's the Congregations, gets deleted, but it might be in turn for Omar. Big Astral Step onto 2. Barrier is actually keeping him alive. Sumail taking a lot of damage. He's already at half HP, but the BKB from Mickey is running out now, along with the God Strength Noob. Gonna try to right-click to his heart's content. Gonna get another Congregation to the Deep with the coil to follow. They're gonna be able to take out Mickey. Sania and Saberlight get deleted off the face of the earth. Ultra kill for Ghost. Make it a rampage.
Strike!
My
Strike, yo!
goodness,
Give me that replay. They were lining up like that was Ghost went to the bowling alley. I'm just saying, like they literally knocked each other over in a straight line behind him.
Disgusting.
Oh my!
This is they're gonna call GG as Roshan tries to kill off Sumail. game one goes to NGX.
Holy.
That was disgusting. My goodness.
Ghost did... I think Ghost did more damage than his